Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm looking at the inside of my house. It is in the Halloween layout. First though, I want to touch on this awesome statue update. These guys have done it again. There is a new UI and new settings basically for our statue furniture. Anybody who already has statues like me, I've got about a dozen of these. You've now got permissions, which were already there, right? We basically had everyone or owner, I think it was. But you can set up your permissions. You can still do the message on touch, and then the cool part is now you get a whole list of all the items that you've purchased. So this is actually incentive to buy more items. But anything that had like an animation, you can go through and use it. So we've got all the same things basically that are showing up in our profile that we can now also display on our statues. To go along with that, first up, I'm gonna pick my gold hula hoop here. All right. To go with that, you also have the ability to hide the stand. So you can either, if that's selected, you will hide the stand. If I click on display nicknames, then it's going to show my name. I think my character in general, like I think my options are set not to display nicknames. So I'm probably not seeing it there, but you can basically make little NPCs now. They don't move around, but they do wiggle about. They do all kinds of other stuff too. So check it out. All right. So today I've got a bunch of furniture that I've slapped into these rooms here in the interior of my house. I'm going to start with the bedroom, and I've got a whole ton of stuff. Basically, I've sorted furniture that I want to use into three different rooms. One is the bedroom, one is the main like living area, and then one is going to be my games room, like video games and all that good stuff. Okay, so I've got my comfy bed here. I'll keep that in there. I got this nice table. I'm thinking I'm going to keep the table in this corner. I want to keep a little bit of space in between, so if I want to throw some chairs in there, then I can. Got a little bonsai tree here. I'll keep them on the table. And this is kind of something that I hadn't done previously. This is an interesting development in the house building for me. Is that I before would never have just piled a bunch of stuff in and then started building. I would actually go in, I would specifically lay out the larger objects. Then I would come along and intentionally, do the medium sized stuff and then all the small detail, as I've shown in previous episodes. But it's something where, I mean, system requirements are limited. I've only got so much RAM on my current machine, which, it is what it is. Hopefully one day that won't be a limitation anymore. But it's interesting and it's a little bit more engaging to build this way. So what I find is now I've got this random assortment, and this has been sitting. Anybody who's come to my house over the last month or two, they've probably seen these piles of stuff. Basically for Halloween, I'd gone through and grabbed a bunch of items and thrown them on the ground and said, "Hey, I'm going to build something here eventually." Today is that day. Okay, so there's one of my chairs. We got these. I think they were at the full moon, but it was like Friday the 13th, maybe. I think it was Friday the 13th that these chairs were from, these purple chairs. I really liked the appearance of it in the down position. I'm not so hot on it on the sideways, but we'll make do. Kind of breaking the wall a little bit there, but that's okay. Got another one right here, and I'm going to keep it up top. Yeah, I like it. It's got a little armchair effect going on. It's like a little mini armchair. It's not a full-on armchair like there were some from the corn gashapon. Okay, so I have a nightstand. I think I've got two nightstands actually coming out of this pile. So I'm going to keep that one there. What else we got? We got some terrarium and aquarium. And I want to pick up these actually first. So I've got these larger bookshelves, and I'm tempted to keep them down, but I'm going to keep them up closer to the wall. And I'm going to keep the items that I just picked out of there. So I'm going to keep the aquarium and the terrarium. Oh, I can't even go out there. Maybe I can zoom out. If I zoom out, I'll be able to. Oh no, I can't zoom out. I'm not on mobile. Ha 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 ha. Limitations, guys. Okay, so I have this cheeky hamster wheel. I'll keep him over there for now. Ooh, I got the samurai lamp. I like that. I really like this piece a lot. I wish it was symmetrical. I so badly wish this was symmetrical. Like they could re-release it like they have with some other items, and it would be too cool to see that, like a symmetrical shiny object. I keep my aloe vera down there. And basically I'm trying to rush through this a little bit. Like I want to have it be quick and to the point. You've seen me place some stuff in previous videos. You kind of have a feeling for my general design style and stuff. But in this scenario, I had already picked out everything. So like what I'm building is going to be based on the stuff that I'd already decided is going to be in this room from my inventory. So knowing that on my end, it's like, okay, so cool. I can just get to placing whatever I want and I can see kind of what's there. So it's engaging. It's interesting. It's a different way to build. And honestly, I quite like it. It's kind of like there's a random pile of stuff that I know is all going to fit. So I could potentially take those same objects and build 15 or 20 different things and it would all be fine. It all goes together because I've already pre-screened it. Make sure they all match. I don't really like the way that the crab and the fish are sitting here. I'm going to shift them up a little bit. Just give them that wood and then make the single layer of wood show up. So I'm using my shift move to pop these guys up 1/2 increment. The fish and hermit crab, pretty cute. You can get these guys at VIP Oasis. So if you purchase VIP for 7,500, you can go to Oasis Island and you can pick those up. I think they're $700 each or something. I just confused myself there. I thought I was using the hula hoop. Here, go outside, you. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to take this mirror and keep the mirror up here beside the Graal floating in the wall. And this is an interesting combination. I like this combination myself. You may or may not want to do this depending on if you want to show off your fancy hanger. So a little bit about the hanger. This is actually a Christmas item. This is something that you can get in Christmas gifts, so coming soon. Comes out every year. I've seen people with multiple, like 2 or 3 of these. They're pretty rare. They let you swap your current suit colors, so like whatever your body colors are. I'm going to go up here and grab this thing, and it's going to give me the option on screen to exchange my outfit. So I'll say yes. And then it will make my body the color that's on the statue, which in this case was all white, and then it will take that color in there. So I'm going to flip this in underneath my dresser, and what that's going to do is that any player who comes up and thinks that they're funny opening my drawers, basically they're going to get the option to switch out their clothing. So they'll actually have a little bit of a surprise there that, you know, oh, I went to, you know, open the drawer, but actually what happened is it gave me the option to switch clothes. So yeah, there's no functionality on that dresser by itself that way. It's only with the hanger in case you wander into my house and find that. Okay, so I'm going to shift the bed out and pop in one of these. I don't know if I like the little wooden one that's interactive or this little nautical one better. I think I'm going to keep the nautical one. It's a little bit more unique. And I like that it has these 2 little tiny drawers. This one has 1 big drawer. It's not bad, but I'm going to keep preference. I think I'm going to actually keep this one in the games room and keep my computer on it or something later. Okay, I have this guy's practically my new mascot with my new guild. This little Kraken guy here, little baby octopus. Keep him by the foot of the bed. Keep my little picture frame. This is for my, I think it was the 49th place in the first season of baddie killing. Quite a story there, actually. I had wound up, I was in the top 10 up until the last week of the season. And this gives you an idea of how competitive it is. But I was up in the top 10 up until like the last week of the season. I think I was like 8th place or something. And in the last week of the season, my internet provider crapped out. And I had no internet for a week. And I dropped from 8th place and I lost the season. Like the season just ended on me. And I was in 49th place by the end. So like 1 week and you lose all of your standing in that. So if you guys are going to be doing any of that competitive baddie killing or player killing or whatever, be sure to keep up with it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your standing pretty quick. Okay, I'm trying to pick this thing up and it's not working. There we go. So I feel like I should kind of do a little bit of a disclaimer here that a lot of the objects that I'm using are unavailable. A lot of the stuff that you see is not available. This magic ball is available. Oh, the pot of money that I randomly picked out is not. So this was an old St. Patrick's Day item. Keep a little pot of money there. This guy here, it's a music box. The music box is currently available. You can buy this at Modtown. It has several little songs that it plays. Pretty cute. You have to open it and close it. Kind of like a chest, similar to the treasure chest. You can flip it open and flip it closed. But this magic crystal ball is also available. You can get this one at the Wizard Gashapon. So there is a capsule machine. I keep calling it Gashapon without explaining what that means. It's the capsule machines. You basically put 500 rupees in, and then you get, or gralats. Whoops, sorry guys. You get 500 gralats, and you put in the gralat, and you get out a random item. And some of them are furniture, so you get some cool furniture stuff, but then you also get, there's like food items, there's gannies, there's all kinds of cool stuff. There's lots of neat items in there that you can get out of the random box. Okay, so I have only these 2 hat displays, and the reason I have 2, basically I have one that was for me, and I have one that I originally intended to use for other players, and that's pretty much served my purpose the entire time. Oh, I think it's time to switch these chairs out too. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to take them into the game room, see if I use them there, but I have these beautiful cushions. And these cushion chairs here I'd actually purchased at the more recent 10th anniversary. So when we had Graal Classic's 10th anniversary, there was a super huge, really cool event, probably the best single gameplay element that's happened the entire time. And it was awesome. There was all kinds of retro stuff that was brought back. There was a ton of, quest stuff to do. Basically, you could travel time and go back to previous states of the game in certain regions, not entirely, but you could go through and pick up a bunch of old items as well. So these cushion chairs, I remember when Japan Nexus had originally came out, when Japan Nexus had originally happened, I was so frustrated later on. But at the time, I basically said, I don't need those, they're dumb. And yeah, I regretted it. I thought they were really cool after the fact. I saw them in people's houses, they were using them for neat stuff. And I did not buy any cushion chairs at the time, so I was unhappy. But then we had the opportunity. The Japan Nexus popped back in, and we got to buy a bunch of those old items again. And some of them were revamped, like some of them were redone, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, for the most part, it was really awesome to be able to look at that stuff and pick up those items that I had so carelessly dismissed previously. Thinking that, oh, there's this chair, it's too expensive. Oh no, I don't want that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my ball there. I come into the end of this room. I got a few more items that I'm gonna place really quick here. Gonna keep this clever skull streamer right at the doorway, and I'm gonna bounce that up to layer 2, because when you walk underneath this now, it's gonna basically appear above you. Layer 2, not layer 3. If you put it at layer 3, it will block your text. So keeping that on the doorway. Looks cool. And I'm pretty happy with how the room layout went down here, I think that I could probably use some carpet or rug. I think that's probably required in this room. Thankfully, I have a couple of carpets and rugs kicking around outside. So as we keep going here, maybe I will pop one of them in. I have a sword. Okay, that sword's going to go on the table maybe. What else we got here? I got my old clock. Oh, no, this is a snail. A snail and this bookshelf and that worm. They're looking like they have a very similar color set. It's interesting to see the colors drawing in there. Actually, the snail is not, but it's got the same intensity of color. It's got that same almost pastel-y look to it. Maybe they're done by the same artist. Okay, keep my old clock on the old dresser. These little plushy guys. Wow, there was a ton of tiny detail items in here. These plushy guys, I'm going to sit them over here for now. I didn't realize how many small items I had. Yeah, tons of little dolls and stuff. Okay, we got our 3 little plushy cats. There's, oh my goodness. That's a small object. Oh, it's the painting from Nexus. I think that was from Fairy Tale Nexus, but I might be wrong. I got a little newbie guy. I bought the newbie and 3 little guards. At some point, I'm going to make a clever quest where you have to find the little guards and newbie and report to the king. But today they're just going to stand guard in my bedroom here. They're all going to hang out on the floor. Okay, this painting is going to go up above the other artwork. Right about there with the grillat. We have this king action figure guy here, this little doll. I don't know, are they action? They're not action figures, they don't do actions. They've got no actions. And a key. Let's keep the key in the mirror because it's funny. And I think that room's just about done. We got a treasure chest randomly sitting here. Let's throw that up right there. Half increment over. Don't think it's going to hurt anything if it's a half increment over. I can close my little treasure chest. Open my little music box. Dee. Yeah, cool. All right. So that's one room down. I threw a couple things into the other room there. Let's see if I actually use them. If you missed, these rugs are from the recent Halloween festivities. I don't know. I'm not too hot on that one being in there. I think I'm going to keep it back here and try the gray one. Pretty happy with how they are. I originally was not going to buy them because they were super detailed, but then I realized that you can put them on the slant like that, and it was pretty cool. I think that they're definitely worth the purchase. Okay, so heading up into this room here. This is going to be my gaming room. I'm going to have my computer and several other items in here. Some cool stuff from Retro Nexus that was showing up. Okay, so this is probably my favorite couch. I've mentioned it several times. I'm going to keep it on this side of the room eventually. It is a large object, but I have a lot of stuff piled in here, and I kind of want to make some sense out of where everything's going to sit. So I'm going to have my TV up in this corner for sure. It's going up in the top left. This guy may not find a home. I don't know. Hard to say. Got a giant bear, got a TV, got a big book, all kinds of junk. Okay, so first thing here is I need to make sure I understand where the top of my level is, and unfortunately, as terrible as it is, it's right there. That explains why I had such an easy time with these guys. Okay, so I've got a green table, which is going to be for my, oh no, maybe this will be for my computer stuff. Let's do it this way. I'm going to throw my book. Oh, I've got my rather large carpet, and that's going to stay. I have to use this eventually. I've been keeping it to use in a cool room for a while. That's got to stay. I'm using that. Okay, so I'm going to keep my book up right up against the wall as far as I can, except for the right-hand side. Basically, I'm going to keep a little space over here. I'm going to use this one as a table for this couch. This TV, you know what, the TV is going on the table. I'm going to do the same thing on that side, leave a little bit of space against the wall. The table's coming up underneath the TV. Give it a 0 layer. Looking good so far. I have this wonderful bookshelf, which originally I wanted to place the television on, but I think I'm not going to get to, so it's going to go right up in the middle here. Beyond that, I have a telescope. I don't know. Is that applicable in a games room? I don't think so, but we'll keep it around. Maybe I'll keep it downstairs somewhere. Downstairs, in the main room. Definitely going to use the gumball machine. Keep this guy over one. It's interesting to see that all these items have different, for one thing, different orientations, like different ways that they've been drawn within a template. So like this guy has a very rigid structure in the template. You have to kind of figure out where you want to move it though, because it's not actually even. Whereas this one is completely just like a whatever it is, 32 by 32 times 2. So it's a 64 by 64 box with everything thrown in. Yeah. And some items like this is totally off center. If you look at this one, it's like there's a big space on this side and no space on that side. So some objects you have to be a little bit clever about, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Okay, I got my little tower, which is gonna sit up onto here, up on my book. I'm gonna also put, I've got some action figures and some art. I'd like to get the art in there. That's cool, I like that spot. It's a good place for it. Let's see if I can fit the action figure in there, maybe. Yeah, he does. Goes right in there. This nostalgic bookshelf needs to be layer 0, then my guy up top will fit. Okay. Yeah, looking good. I'm liking where this is going. The bear, though, I don't know if I'm going to get the bear in there. I would like to, but I don't know if the bear is going to make it. Maybe he has to go in the front room, too. Okay, so my keyboard. I'm going to use the shift move on this to bring it down, position it nicely. Oh, it's a keyboard and a mouse. 2 for 1. Oh, the play it loud, which needs to sit up in the corner here. And I want to get in some plant stuff in this room, and it's something that I really have been conscious about with this layout specifically, is there's not a lot of like color. So having that spread of color is one thing, but then also having some plants in here is going to make the room much more inviting and interesting. You know, believe it or not, players coming in, you know, when they see a room that's got no plants, they're like, okay, then they kind of wander away. But what I've seen anyways is if we have a lot of plants, then it becomes a little bit more livable. Which is weird, you wouldn't think that, right? It's a game, there's not really any plants, but from what I've seen, when you include some plants in your design, then people are more interested to hang out. Okay, I'm gonna keep my soundboard up against the wall, even though that's not how they work. I know, it's not how they work. I have a picnic basket. Yeah, okay. Picnic basket. Hmm? I'm getting into the small items that I just slammed in there. There's a radio. Yeah, the radio fits. Great. Keep it right there. We got the money plant. So this one, I'm tempted to throw it in this corner. Looks pretty good. Does it look as good here? I kind of want a tall plant over on this side. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to keep it up on this side. Keep it up in the corner a little bit. I can adjust my game console. Maybe, if it lets me. Yeah, it does. Keep it up on the table a little further. Sorry, bear. Don't think you're going to be here. Little hearts. We'll keep them up behind the TV. I'll keep this one right in the middle at the bottom. Kind of showpieces in the middle there. We got, oh, another little plant. It's a bonsai tree. Look at that. Maybe we'll try and keep that on a table like the other room. And keep this guy up there. Goodbye 2018. Oh, goodbye 2017. Oh, no. Goodbye 2017. When really it's like, come back 2017. We miss you. Okay, what else we got? Another soundboard. We know where those go. Keep it up in the corner. I'm expecting the monitor to be in this pile as well. Oh, got a little microphone. I think I can turn that around. Yeah, cool. I have another money plant. I think I might want to put this one outside somewhere. For the time being, right? No, maybe not. Yeah, I'm not too cool with that being a second item in the same spot or in the same vicinity there. Not symmetrical, doesn't work. Okay, got a lantern. I'm going to turn that off. It's not required. Again, some more cutesy items that we could have picked up. I have a lava lamp. So this is ancient. It was, I believe it was on sale at the flea market when that was a thing back in Swamp Town. Pretty cute, tiny little item. Very reminiscent of the old style of graphics. I imagine if we had a lava lamp now, it would probably look quite a bit different. We got a some kind of a sine wave thing going on here. I'm going to keep that up in the corner. Maybe on top of the radio. So I'm going to try and hide the legs on it. It is a chair. It's an item that you can get. This sine wave thing is an item that you can pick up at Christmas time. Again, it's from Christmas gifts. So try and max out your Christmas gifts, guys. Definitely worth your time if you want the cool stuff. This one has several different screens. Oh. Huh? Do I get to pick a screen? Is that how that works? I forget. Oh no, that's not. Oh, I remember now. You have to actually grab it. Blue screen of death. Black. Yeah, no, we'll go for Graal City. Burger Refuge. We're scoping Burger Refuge on the screen. Okay, there we go. What else we got? We got the Black Cat clock. I like that. I'll keep it up here. This is very quickly becoming a lot of junk. There's a ton of stuff just sitting in here. I got a poster box. Poster box can go here. Oh, and then interesting dance tiles. Let's see how many dance tiles. Oh, we have a full set of dance tiles. Okay. What I'm going to do with those is place them around the outside edge of the room. I got too many. I have like 30 of them or something sitting in here. Unfortunately. Okay. So I do have several other objects that I want to keep. This spinny thing, spinny light show. Pretty cool. Again, it's an item. There's a lot of stuff actually in this room that you can only get through the Christmas gifts. This is another one. The light show is a Christmas gift item. These beanbags were from Retro Nexus. I'll keep them down here. Throw a couple more of these dance tiles on the floor. Dance, dance. And then I'm going to bring the chairs up. So I'm going to keep this chair right by the computer. See if you can sit on that. I like having my stuff to be interactive. Oh, maybe from this side? Nope. Keep it one further down. Now that doesn't look like somebody sitting on the computer. Oh, in fact, you know what? That whole thing doesn't really work very well, does it? What a rip. Those chairs. That's okay. So what I'll do is I will bump this up towards the edge here. Make it look like you're sitting casually and looking across the room if you're sitting in it properly. There we go. There's a piñata. Random piñata. Doesn't really fit anywhere in the room. Unfortunately, this has a funny look to it. Keep it down here, maybe hang it on the wall. Alright, so the other thing that I want to have in here is my sleeping bags. Chuck a couple of those in here, as well as these green cushy beanbag chairs. This guy's gonna go on the left hand side. We're gonna put this in beside the couch. I also have to make space so my dance tiles can come up the walls on the left and the right. And this carpet is going to move away for now, but I'm going to put it right smack in the middle of the room. There you go, Sneaky Bear. I love it. Because he's zero layer, he fits right in there. Okay. I also have this chalkboard, which unfortunately all of my space on the wall has been taken up, so I don't think I'm going to get to do that. These guys I'm going to completely layer 0 all the way down and put them more on the wall. And this is basically just to get rid of them. I'm kind of placing them just to place them, just to keep them in the space somewhere. And it does actually, the diagonal line on that does kind of bring it together, which is cool. Okay, so that one's layer 0. Is this one also? Yeah, this one's layer 0. Uh-oh, this one's layer 0 default. This one's not. I'll have to remember that when I'm building later. Okay, so I have clover. Clover streamers. Doesn't really fit the room anymore. Might have at some point, but doesn't at this stage. And keep these guys on the right side. Making a cushy corner. I have a wet sign. Slippery when wet. Smack that in the middle of the room too, just cuz. Keep that guy there. Got a little teapot. Teapot doesn't really fit anymore. Oh, did I lose my couch somewhere along the lines, or did I just keep it down here? No, I totally lost my couch. Easter couch, where'd you go? Whoops. Okay, so my original plan to have a little tea section in here, not really for a gaming room, I guess. Oh, there's the couch there. How'd the couch disappear? Oh, I see what happened. It's because I rotated it twice. It vanished. Spooky. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to attend that next time. Gonna keep this guy over here. Get rid of the chalkboard. Gonna get rid of the tiny skull candle. Gonna get rid of the green tea pot and the green tea cups. Looks good. Okay. I do have a hat stand, which I'm going to keep on my little nightstand here. This one's going to be for everybody, and I'm going to position it at the end of my couch when I do have the couch on the level. Bonsai Tree is a must-have, but it's kind of out of place at this stage. Maybe I'll keep it here. Keep it down here. That's a busy back wall, guys. Wow. Yeah, I can't find that couch. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it in after restarting. Okay. So I'm gonna keep these guys in along here. Let's see how many there are. I don't know. I forget how many there are. I had sold some of these too, but you can pick these up. These come in Club Crypt every year. So if you don't have them now, you have to wait almost an entire year to pick up some more for the end of October. They're pretty cute. Originally, I think I had about 60 of these dance tiles, and they are some of the most weird items. They have some kind of a system. I can't really put my finger on how it works, but they do have a pattern for lighting. So when different tiles are lit up, it is in relation to the other tiles in the level, so you wind up with patterns. But for some reason, it doesn't really perfectly line up every single time. Not sure why that is. Might be placement, might be duplicating. There's a bunch of weird stuff that happens with them, but there's 3 different colors. There's the purple, the red, and the green, as you can see on the screen. And they do wonders if you're building a UFO. Or if you're making something that's like futuristic and it's got like flashy lights and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting piece. But in this scenario, I'm just using them for floor tiles around the edge of my nerd room. Nerd room? Used to call it the nerd hole. Okay, so Got a couple more. Placing the dance tiles. Yeah. So placing the couch is going to be a little trickier, but I think we'll be able to do it. I'm going to position this chair exactly in the same location as the other chair, just to make it cool so it doesn't look stupid. Having two of those chairs in here is not going to work because of the other furniture that I've selected. But I also don't want to separate those chairs. I don't want to keep it so that there's one that's in one level and then one that's somewhere else, and then if I want to find them, I don't have them on hand. I know where they are together collectively. Okay, and the same thing is about to start happening with these guys too. These dance tiles, I have only so many, but it looks like it's going to be too many for this room. And a terrible thing just happened. This table right here is overlapping. Okay, so all the objects on the table have to immediately go up to layer 2. Nobody's going to come and put their head in my TV, so I'm not too worried about that. In this scenario, I'm going to put them all up to 2, make this table layer 1, and it's going to sit nicely on top of the dance tile. Crisis averted. So again, that's pretty much what house building's about. You know, making those judgment calls, understanding specifically layers, understanding the way that layers work and way that objects will interact with each other on the screen. So once you have, exited and re-entered this level, hopefully, for instance, we're going to see that Easter couch sitting somewhere. Otherwise, I'm going to kiss it goodbye and throw another couch in there. But yeah, being able to identify like what's going to show up properly or what's not going to show up properly, or what players are going to be interacting with or not interacting with. That television up in the corner there and this stuff here, they're going to probably go for this, but they're not going to go up into the corner. In fact, I can probably build it in such a way where nobody will ever go up there if I put this here. And then this sign. The slippery when wet sign. There you go. My cushy corner is almost done here too. Oh, I'm so happy with the way that this room turned out. It looks so cool. Perfect. Beanbag chairs. Not so much, but okay. Let's throw one down here. Oh no, what have I done? Those poor beanbags. My little robot servant. Keep him there. I hate design like this, but we have limited space and we want to fit all these 4 things in here. Now it looks like a pillow section where you can sit on the pillows. Cool. Okay. Well, that's about it. I just have to throw in my invisible couch. I'm not sure where it's gonna find itself. The other thing that I need to put in is this this crazy looking carpet here. That guy's gonna go right smack in the middle. What about there? What about there? Looks good. Right about there. Alright guys, I'm going to cut this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the build. I'm excited to see how it turns out. There's a bunch of crazy stuff in the other room here as well. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.